Welcome back to the channel. It's 9, and today we actually have a lot to talk about. Some crazy news dropped just early this morning. We've got The Last of Us Remake with a release date leaked by a leaker with a flawless track record. We also got an update on God of War Ragnarok's release date, and this is an official source on PlayStation's Backend. Now, before we get into that, if you have not subscribed already, please hit that like button, that subscribe button, share this video out. It helps the channel a ton. Now, let's talk about The Last of Us Remake and what could be happening here. So the snitch with the username insider_WTF tweeted out part 1, 2922, September 2nd, 2022. This is believed to be related to The Last of Us 1, or as we have been calling it, the remake. Interestingly enough, he has a controller and a laptop emoji right afterwards. So this could mean we're looking at a PlayStation PC launch. Now, before we break this down, let's talk about this user's track record, because that's going to be the big question here. Oh, another leaker. Oh, another rumor. No. This is a source that I believe is very accurate. So before you decide whether you want to believe this account, he leaked 2 things ahead of time that were 100% accurate. The complete state of play that Sony had down to games and release dates, and not a single misstep in all of that. This user also leaked Overdose, Kojima's new horror game. And before you guys say, well, that's not confirmed, Kojima sent a letter to Tom Henderson telling him to take it down, and that was obviously denied. So as always, don't take anything as confirmation, but this is just the information out here. You decide for yourself if this is a believable or trustworthy source or not. Let's break this down. So I think this is a sign that we will see The Last of Us at Summer Game Fest. And this also comes after Josh Scher from Naughty Dog commented on a Summer Game Fest tweet and later deleted it. So that particular one can be taken either way. I think it's just lending a little more credibility to the possibility due to Josh Scher's position at Naughty Dog. He's not a low position entry position. We're talking about somebody higher up. This being a PC and PlayStation day and date launch may not be as surprising, although that's still yet to be seen, as this could be coming to PlayStation first and get a date for it coming to PC afterwards. This one's open up to speculation because obviously there's no detail here. Let me know what you think about that one. If this is true though, this opens up a conversation about where God of War would land, as I doubt Sony would launch 2 major first-party games in the same month that close together. It's not impossible, it's just very unlikely. So this brings us to our God of War Ragnarok update, which ties in as well. They're both very integral to each other. So with The Last of Us Remake coming in September, according to this rumor, we also have PlayStation updating its placeholder date on the back end of PSN. God of War Ragnarok has now been changed from September 30th to December 31st. Typically, this just means it's a Q4 game. If The Last of Us is launching in September, God of War would come in the later months more than likely. I still think this is a 2022 game though, and although Sony hasn't really been launching first-party games in Q4, it's not impossible either, right? Sony's been changing a lot of what they do over the last few years. They're not like consistently doing the same things at all, which is not necessarily a bad thing, just makes them even more unpredictable, which kind of makes it more fun because we have more surprises. So this would mean we get The Last of Us Remake in September, Forspoken in October, and God of War would likely fall in October or November. I do think November would be ideal in order for Forspoken to not suffocate, although we have seen Sony launch games beside their third-party exclusives as well. It's hard to say what's going to happen next, but I still think Summer Game Fest will give us more information. I do really believe this is a 2022 game, but of course that's open up to interpretation as well, because there's only so much information we know at the moment. Sony really needs to come out and clarify this, and I think that they will do that in due time, obviously with Summer Game Fest coming up, and then there's also the possibility that they would do a state of play. But I'm still putting my money on Summer Game Fest. I think that's going to be it. But this Last of Us Remake is really throwing a wrench into everything, because I'm just thinking here like, all right, so they're going to have 2 major first-party PlayStation games at a Summer Game Fest? It's a question, right? Like, we don't know. It's interesting to see that Summer Game Fest could be pretty huge if these games show up, and we don't even know what else they've got in terms of third-party deals. So this week is going to be very interesting. I expect there are going to be more leaks, and I'll make sure to keep you guys up to date on everything that's happening. Please let me know what you think of The Last of Us Remake possibly getting leaked. What do you think of this possible release date and it coming to PS5 and PC and probably PS4? Who knows? What do you think of this God of War Ragnarok release date being pushed back on the back end of PlayStation Network? Let me know about that as well. As always, if you want to stay in touch with everything happening about PlayStation, and as soon as it drops, please hit that like button, that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos, and share this video with a friend. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Links will be in the description. I will talk to you all on the next one. Take care.